US-made GPS-guided bombs and dozens of aircraft-type UAVs used by Ukraine several weeks ago were shot down by Russian air defense systems within 24 hours. How was Russia's air defense able to do this so precisely? This information was directly reported by the Russian Ministry of Defense. In its statement, it was mentioned that 2 precision-guided joint direct attack munition or JDAM bombs and 78 aircraft-type UAVs were successfully intercepted by Russian air defense systems. None of these targets were able to penetrate the layered defense developed by Russia, particularly the Buk system, which is renowned for its effectiveness. Incidents like this have not happened just once, but have occurred repeatedly and in increasing numbers, according to reports from the Russian Ministry of Defense. And this success highlights how Russia has thoroughly prepared itself with a strong, structured, and multi-layered air defense system. The goal is clear: to ensure that precision-guided munitions, most of which are supplied by Western countries to Ukraine, do not pose a serious threat to Russian territory. Achievements like this demonstrate how Russia relies on a combination of modern military technology and meticulous counter-strategy to neutralize threats. It also underscores that in many aspects, Russia's military capabilities, especially in air defense, are able to compete with and even surpass Western standards. Let us take a closer look at the proficiency of Russia's Buk system. What has long been widely discussed on the internet about Russia's Buk air defense system turns out not to be mere hearsay. This missile system is indeed known for its strength in countering aerial threats, particularly due to its capability to engage targets at medium range. Its effectiveness became even more evident when it managed to thwart attacks using JDAMs precision-guided bombs, typically dropped from high altitudes by Ukrainian fighter jets. According to a report from Bulgarian military, Russia is now reinforcing its front lines in the Zaporizhzhia region by deploying additional Buk missile batteries. This deployment is no random move. The increased presence of Buk systems creates a dense layer of air defense, making the region extremely difficult to penetrate. For Ukraine, this represents a significant challenge in carrying out airstrikes using precision-guided munitions. Russia's move is, in fact, a reflection of a rapidly evolving and adaptive military strategy. Buk has proven itself to be a formidable adversary against various types of aerial threats, from fighter jets and cruise missiles to smart bombs. Any object attempting to breach Russia's airspace is met with ruthless and uncompromising resistance. Even so, not all threats have been successfully countered by the Buk system. One example is the French-made AASM hammer bomb, which reportedly remains quite difficult to intercept. However, Russia is not standing idle. They continue experimenting with various electronic warfare system configurations. The goal is clear: to disrupt the guidance systems of enemy munitions and reduce the accuracy of their strikes. What else is Russia upgrading in the Buk system? In modern warfare, even the protector needs protection. Recently, several images have emerged revealing that Russian forces have modified their medium-range surface-to-air missile system, the Sa-11 Buk. This move appears to be a direct response to the growing threat posed by Ukrainian attack drones, which are increasingly dominating the battlefield skies. The modifications are no small matter. Russian troops have added layers of protective armor around the Buk's radar unit, a vital component highly vulnerable to aerial attacks. In addition, they've installed anti-drone nets, commonly known as cope cages. This innovation had previously been used on Russian tanks and other armored vehicles as an emergency defense measure against drone strikes. The dominance of drones on the battlefield has created an urgent need for rapid and effective defensive innovations. Installing cope cages on the Buk system is a practical solution in an evolving situation, serving as a temporary measure while more advanced protection systems for Russian armored vehicles are developed. It comes back to how vulnerable JDAMs are, so much so that Russia's Buk air defense system can easily shoot them down. JDAMs, which rely heavily on GPS guidance as the backbone of their navigation system, are simply too dependent on signals that can be easily disrupted. In conflict zones like Ukraine, where Russia deploys various forms of electronic warfare, this dependence becomes a glaring weakness. Russia's air defense systems, particularly the Buk M2, are often cited as a nightmare for JDAMs. But it's not just the Buk system that should be taken seriously. Short-range systems like the Panzer S1 and Tor M2 are also believed to play a role in intercepting these smart bombs. Their effectiveness in detecting and destroying aerial threats, especially those guided by GPS, demonstrates how fragile JDAMs are when facing Russia's layered and adaptive air defense systems. One particularly telling moment was when reports stated that within a 24-hour period, Russian defenses managed to shoot down 6 JDAMs, along with 190 unmanned aerial vehicles, including the Switchblade and RQ-20 Puma. This wasn't just a technical success, it was a demonstration of the combined power of electronic warfare and kinetic interception. In scenarios like this, GPS becomes the primary target. Russia seems highly skilled at using jamming to disable JDAM's navigation systems, causing them to lose their course before reaching the target. Once deprived of accurate navigation, JDAMs become easy prey for surface-to-air missile systems stationed at various strategic points in Russian-controlled areas. All of this points to one increasingly obvious fact: the Ukrainian battlefield, filled with cutting-edge warfare technologies and multi-layered defenses, is far from ideal for weapons that rely too heavily on satellites. JDAMs, like many other GPS-guided weapons, face an existential challenge in this environment. Without alternative systems or enhanced inertial navigation capabilities that are more resistant to interference, JDAMs will continue to fall victim to Russia's dominance in electronic warfare and air defense. Have you been impressed by Russia's air defense system so far? Leave your thoughts, and thanks for watching.